How the book of Numbers reveals God's ultimate test of faith in the wilderness. I remember the first time I truly felt the overwhelming power of faith. A moment that changed my life forever. Picture this. We are standing in a vast, barren wilderness, the sun dipping low over endless sands. And in that solemn moment, an undeniable presence fills our hearts with both fear and hope. I invite you on this transformative journey as we explore one of the most remarkable stories ever told. The narrative in the book of Numbers that reveals God's ultimate test of faith in the wilderness. I know you might be wondering how this ancient text can still speak so powerfully to our modern lives. Well, as we walk together through these timeless pages, we will discover that the Bible, with its deep teachings of the Lord, is not merely a historical record but a living guide to help us navigate the trials and tribulations of our own lives. I want you to imagine with me, the Israelites, a people driven by faith yet shadowed by uncertainty, wandering through the harsh desert. They had just been freed from the chains of slavery, and here they were, thrust into an unforgiving environment where every grain of sand seemed to whisper a challenge to their trust in God. Can you feel the intensity of their struggle? Can you see the raw, unfiltered need for divine intervention in each step they took? I stand here in awe of their courage, and I challenge you to examine your own moments of testing and growth. For it is in these very moments of doubt and despair that the teachings of the Lord shine brightest, urging us to rise above our fears and embrace the transformative power of faith. We start with the calling. Imagine the scene. A small band of faithful individuals setting out into the wilderness. Their hearts alight with hope yet heavy with the burden of uncertainty. In those early days, every decision was fraught with peril, and every path taken was a test of their commitment to God. The book of Numbers lays bare the intricate details of this journey, revealing that God's test was not merely about survival in a harsh physical environment but also about nurturing an unshakable faith deep within the soul. I know you, like me, have faced moments when the path ahead seemed unclear, when the light of certainty flickered against the overwhelming darkness of doubt. But in those moments, we are reminded that the Bible is more than a book of ancient stories. It is a manual for life, offering practical advice to guide us through our own wilderness. As we delve deeper into the narrative, you can almost hear the echoes of prayers rising from the hearts of the Israelites. Their cries for mercy and deliverance resonate with us today, as we too call upon the teachings of the Lord in our most desperate hours. I want you to consider this. Every trial that we face, every moment of doubt, is an invitation to strengthen our connection with the divine. The book of Numbers, with its vivid recounting of miracles and moments of divine guidance, challenges us to see our own struggles as opportunities for growth. Have you ever experienced a moment when it seemed as though the very forces of nature were conspiring to test your faith? I have, and I know that the feeling is both humbling and inspiring. Let me share with you a personal reflection. I once found myself in a situation where everything around me appeared to crumble, relationships faltered, opportunities seemed lost, and the future was shrouded in uncertainty. In that dark moment, I turned to the Bible, seeking solace in the sacred words that had guided generations before me. The teachings of the Lord whispered promises of hope and renewal, reminding me that even in the wilderness, there is a divine plan at work. I learned that faith is not about having all the answers, it is about trusting that every step, every misstep, is part of a larger tapestry woven by God's loving hand. And so, I emerged from that personal wilderness stronger, more resilient, and ever more determined to walk in the light of divine purpose. Now, let's take a closer look at the structure of the book of Numbers and how it masterfully reveals God's test. The book is a chronicle of wandering, a record of a people in transition, moving from the shackles of past oppression to the promise of a new beginning. It is here that the Bible teaches us that faith is not a static state but a dynamic journey, a series of trials and triumphs that continually reshape our understanding of what it means to believe. Each chapter, each verse, is laden with symbolism, the counting of the people, the meticulous record-keeping, The detailed accounts of every challenge faced and overcome. All these elements serve as metaphors for the way God counts our faith. Examining every act of devotion and every moment of doubt with equal care and purpose, we see how God's ultimate test of faith is intertwined with the very fabric of the wilderness itself. The barren landscapes, the scorching heat, and the unpredictable storms are all part of a divine classroom, where each experience is designed to teach us something essential about trust and perseverance. Imagine walking for days under a relentless sun, with nothing but the horizon in sight. In such circumstances, every step becomes a prayer, every breath an act of devotion. I challenge you to reflect on your own life. What are the deserts you have walked through, and how have they shaped your understanding of faith? The Bible, and especially the book of Numbers, reminds us that the wilderness is not a place of punishment but a crucible in which our faith is purified and strengthened. As we progress further into the narrative, we encounter moments of both profound despair and breathtaking miracles. There were times when the people grumbled against the very hand that guided them. Times when fear and uncertainty threatened to overwhelm their resolve. Yet, even in the midst of rebellion and despair, God's voice remained a constant, a beacon of hope and a call to repentance. I see parallels in our modern lives, where the pressures of daily existence often make us question our own worth and the presence of a higher power. But just as the Israelites were reminded that even their missteps were part of a grand design, we too must learn to trust in the teachings of the Lord, to see our failures not as endpoints but as opportunities for redemption and growth. The journey described in the book of Numbers is not one of instant transformation. It is gradual, marked by setbacks and moments of clarity, much like the path that each of us walks every day. As we witness the unfolding of events in the wilderness, we are encouraged to ask ourselves the tough questions. What is the true nature of faith? How do we reconcile our moments of doubt with the promises of the Bible? And most importantly, how do we emerge from our own trials with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper connection to God? These questions are not just rhetorical. They are an invitation to introspection and a call to align our lives with the divine will. In every hardship, there lies an opportunity to draw closer to the sacred teachings that have been passed down through the generations. One of the most captivating aspects of the book of Numbers is its portrayal of divine intervention at the moment when hope seems lost. I recall a particular passage where, amid the clamor of dissent and the bitter taste of disillusionment, a miraculous event unfolded, a sign that God was still present, still working in the lives of his people. Imagine the scene: a sudden, inexplicable rainstorm in the heart of the desert, a cascade of water that quenched the parched earth and revitalized weary souls. This moment, filled with raw power and unyielding grace, reminds us that even when our circumstances seem insurmountable, the teachings of the Lord offer us the strength to persevere. I urge you to hold on to your faith during your own storms, to look for the subtle signs of divine guidance that often come when we least expect them. We must also acknowledge the deeper lessons embedded in these ancient texts. The book of Numbers teaches us that every test, every trial, is an integral part of our spiritual journey. It shows us that God does not desire blind obedience, rather, He seeks a relationship founded on trust, honesty, and a willingness to confront our inner demons. I have often wondered if our struggles are merely obstacles or if they are divine stepping stones toward a greater understanding of ourselves and our Creator. The Bible, with its endless layers of meaning, encourages us to see beyond the surface of our experiences and to recognize that our hardships are, in fact, opportunities to build an unbreakable bond with the teachings of the Lord. At this point, I want you to imagine the Israelites gathering around a flickering campfire under a star-studded sky, their voices rising in unified prayer and song. In that sacred moment, every soul present was united by a common purpose, a profound desire to understand the mysteries of faith and to embrace the lessons that the wilderness was imparting upon them. The power of community in the Bible cannot be overstated. Just as the Israelites leaned on one another for strength and support, We too must find solace in our relationships and in the collective wisdom of those who share our spiritual journey. Have you ever felt that electrifying energy of shared faith, where the simple act of being together elevates your spirit and reaffirms your trust in something greater than yourself? That is the essence of the Bible's message, a call to unity, to compassion, and to the unyielding belief that no one is ever truly alone on their journey. As our narrative continues to unfold, we witness the transformation of doubt into a resolute declaration of faith. There is a moment in the book of Numbers when even the most skeptical among the people are forced to confront the reality of God's omnipotence. I want you to consider this. When was the last time you faced a situation that completely defied logic? A moment when the only answer was to surrender to the mystery of divine will? These are the moments that define us, that separate those who are content with the status quo from those who dare to embrace the full spectrum of life's challenges. It is in this crucible of faith that the Bible, with its profound teachings of the Lord, reveals its true power, the power to transform even the most hardened heart into a vessel of hope and endless possibility. Every word in the book of Numbers resonates with a call to trust, to let go of our limited understanding and to embrace the infinite wisdom of the divine. I challenge you to reflect on your own life and to ask, what are the tests I have faced that have pushed me beyond my comfort zone? How have these challenges shaped my understanding of faith and my relationship with God? In those moments when life seems unbearably harsh, remember that each step you take is a testament to your inner strength and your unwavering belief in the teachings of the Lord. We are all on this journey together, and every trial is a shared experience that binds us closer to our Creator. I recall another striking moment, a time when the heavens seemed to part, revealing a glimpse of something extraordinary. The narrative of the Israelites is punctuated by such awe-inspiring events, where the natural world bowed in recognition of divine authority. Think of the miraculous provision of manna, the sustenance that fell from the sky like a gift from above. This was not merely a matter of survival, it was a powerful affirmation that God was with them, providing for every need and guiding them through the wilderness. I want you to hold this image in your mind's eye. A seemingly impossible feast bestowed upon a weary people. A moment when faith was not only tested but vindicated by a tangible miracle. This story is one of the many that illustrate how the Bible continues to speak to us today, offering both solace and a call to action. In every line of the book of Numbers, we see the interplay between divine judgment and boundless mercy, while the narrative does not shy away from the consequences of doubt and disobedience. It also emphasizes that every misstep is met with an opportunity for redemption. I know that in our lives, as we grapple with the complexities of our own choices, there is often a heavy burden of guilt and regret, but the teachings of the Lord remind us that forgiveness is always within reach, that no error is so grave that it cannot be transformed into a lesson of growth and love. As you listen to these timeless words, I urge you to let go of any lingering self-doubt and to embrace the transformative power of divine forgiveness. For in the grand tapestry of life, every thread, no matter how frayed or tangled, plays a crucial role in the unfolding of God's ultimate plan. I also want to bring to your attention the meticulous detail with which the Israelites' journey was recorded. Each census, every ritual, and every act of worship is not just a historical note but a symbol of a people in constant dialogue with the divine. It reminds us that our own lives are a series of counts, measurements, and reflections, moments where we assess our progress on the path of righteousness. Have you ever taken the time to really count your blessings, to measure your own growth in faith and character? The Bible encourages us to do just that, to look back at our journey with gratitude and to see in every hardship a stepping stone toward a deeper understanding of the teachings of the Lord. And so, as we come to what might be seen as the climax of this incredible journey, I want you to feel the surge of inspiration that comes from knowing that every test, every challenge, and every moment of despair is ultimately leading us to a higher purpose. The book of Numbers reveals that God's ultimate test of faith in the wilderness is not an arbitrary trial but a carefully orchestrated series of events designed to refine our spirits and to prepare us for a destiny filled with hope and divine promise. In our own lives, we may not be wandering the physical deserts of ancient times, but we are constantly navigating the emotional and spiritual deserts that test our resolve and shape our character. I encourage you to see your challenges in a new light, as opportunities to draw closer to God, to embrace the enduring wisdom of the Bible, and to emerge from every trial with a renewed commitment to living a life that reflects the teachings of the Lord. Now, let's take a moment to pause and reflect. I ask you, in your journey of faith, have you ever encountered a moment that felt like a divine intervention? A moment that completely transformed your perspective on life? Perhaps you experienced a profound sense of peace amidst chaos, or maybe a seemingly insignificant event became a turning point in your spiritual journey. These are the moments that the Bible, especially the book of Numbers, holds up as beacons of light in our darkest hours. They remind us that no matter how desolate our surroundings may appear, there is always hope, a promise that God's love and guidance are with us every step of the way. I want you to know that our journey together is not just a retelling of ancient history. It is a call to action for every soul seeking a deeper connection with the divine. As you listen, I challenge you to internalize these lessons and to allow them to transform your life. The wisdom contained within the pages of the Bible is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago, and it offers us practical advice on how to navigate our own trials and tribulations. Whether you are facing financial difficulties, relationship struggles, or an overwhelming sense of isolation, remember that you are not alone. The teachings of the Lord are there to guide you, to comfort you, and to remind you that every test you encounter is an opportunity to grow stronger in your faith. I also want to touch on the theme of community once more. Just as the Israelites found strength in their collective journey through the wilderness, we too must recognize the importance of community in our own spiritual lives. Surrounding ourselves with those who share our values and who are committed to the teachings of the Lord can make all the difference in times of trial. Ask yourself, who are the people in your life that inspire you to be your best self? Who are the individuals that uplift you when you feel weak? And how can you be that source of strength for others? The Bible teaches us that unity and fellowship are essential components of a vibrant, faith-filled life. By building strong bonds with those around us, we create a support network that can help us weather any storm, no matter how fierce. Imagine, for a moment, the incredible scene of a sacred gathering, a community of believers united in prayer, their voices raised in a chorus of hope and renewal. This image, so vividly portrayed in the ancient texts, is a reminder of the extraordinary power that lies in our unity. When we come together in faith, we become a force of nature, capable of overcoming even the most daunting challenges. The book of Numbers not only recounts the physical journey of a people in the wilderness but also serves as a metaphor for the spiritual journey that we all undertake. Each step, each moment of hesitation or boldness, is a testament to the strength of our belief and the enduring promise of divine guidance. As we near the end of this script, I want you to consider the profound implications of God's test of faith. The wilderness, in all its harshness and unpredictability, is more than just a backdrop. It is an active participant in our spiritual evolution. It strips away the superficial, forcing us to confront the core of our being, to face our deepest fears and to emerge transformed. This process is not always comfortable. It often requires us to shed old habits, to let go of outdated beliefs, and to embrace the unknown with an open heart. But in doing so, we discover that the wilderness is not a place of exile, but rather a sanctuary of renewal, a space where our souls are purified and prepared for the abundant blessings that lie ahead. I urge you to remember that the lessons of the Bible are timeless. The stories we have explored today, from the trials of the Israelites to the miraculous interventions that punctuated their journey, are not relics of a bygone era. They are living, breathing testimonies of God's unwavering commitment to us. The teachings of the Lord are not bound by time or circumstance. They are as relevant in our modern world as they were in the ancient wilderness. Every challenge we face, every test of our faith, is an opportunity to rediscover the divine presence that dwells within and around us. It is a reminder that no matter how far we may stray or how dark the path may seem, God's light is always waiting to guide us back to a place of love, hope, and unwavering faith. In this moment, as I share these words with you, I feel an immense sense of gratitude for the enduring wisdom of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord. I know that each of us is on a unique journey, filled with both trials and triumphs, and I want you to feel encouraged to embrace your path with an open heart. The Book of Numbers, with its intricate account of faith tested in the wilderness, stands as a powerful symbol of our own struggles and victories. It teaches us that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, there is a divine plan at work, a plan that is designed not to break us, but to build us into vessels of hope and unyielding love. As we wrap up our time together, I want to leave you with one final thought. Life is a series of tests, each one a stepping stone towards greater understanding and deeper faith. The journey through the wilderness is not an end in itself, but rather a beginning. A call to rise above our fears and to embrace the transformative power of God's love. I challenge you, as you reflect on your own experiences, to see the beauty in your struggles and to recognize that every hardship is an invitation to grow closer to the divine. Let the timeless lessons of the Bible inspire you to walk boldly in the light of the teachings of the Lord, knowing that each step you take is a testament to the strength of your faith. I invite you now to share this message with those who might be seeking their own path through the wilderness of life. Let us spread the word of hope, of transformation, and of divine love, so that together we can create a community bound by unwavering faith and mutual support. Remember, our journey is not solitary. Each of us is connected by the threads of a shared destiny, woven together by the timeless wisdom of the Bible and the powerful teachings of the Lord. As we part ways for now, I encourage you to take a moment to meditate on the incredible journey we have just explored. Reflect on the challenges that have shaped you, the moments of doubt that have ultimately led you to a deeper understanding of your faith, and the miracles, both great and small, that have affirmed your belief in a higher power. Let these reflections be a guide as you continue your journey, and know that with every step you take, you are walking in the light of God's enduring love. In closing, I want to thank you for joining me on this profound exploration of how the Book of Numbers reveals God's ultimate test of faith in the wilderness. Together, we have delved into the heart of biblical wisdom and uncovered lessons that are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. May you find inspiration in these ancient words, and may your faith be strengthened by the timeless teachings of the Lord. I believe that each of us has the power to transform our lives, to rise above our challenges, and to shine as a beacon of hope in a world that often seems shrouded in darkness. Keep your heart open, your mind receptive, and your spirit brave, for the journey of faith is the most extraordinary adventure of all. Let us embrace this journey with courage and conviction, knowing that every test is a divine opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the person we were always meant to be. As you move forward from this moment, carry with you the eternal promise that no matter how deep the wilderness or how steep the climb, God's light will always guide you home. Together, we will walk this path, hand in hand, forever inspired by the miraculous narratives of the Bible and the transformative power of the teachings of the Lord. Thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. I leave you with one final question. As you reflect on your own path through life's wilderness, what steps will you take to ensure that your faith remains as steadfast as the ancient promises written in the Bible? The answer, my friend, lies in your willingness to embrace every test as a chance to grow, to learn, and to shine brighter in the light of divine love. May you always find the strength to trust, the courage to persevere, and the wisdom to see that even in the harshest deserts of life, there is a promise of renewal waiting just beyond the horizon. Keep the flame of your faith burning bright, And never forget that you are an integral part of a grand, divine plan. A plan that transcends time, space, and every earthly limitation. I truly believe that as you journey forward, you will find that every challenge is a stepping stone to a deeper, richer understanding of who you are and who you are meant to become. Stay inspired, stay hopeful, and above all, stay true to the teachings of the Lord. For in doing so, you are not just surviving the wilderness, you are thriving in it, and emerging as a beacon of light for all those around you.